And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Minnesota Twins. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And on the hill today, Kenta Maeda. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
Outside.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down, that's a hit.
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Mookie now. He has, as they like to say, light tower power. Not a big guy, but a big swing and thunder in that bat. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Over to Polanco. They get one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
Got what he was looking for on the mound right there, and his infielders took care of business. Pretty textbook execution between short and second to turn that into 2 outs.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Known for his late inning heroics. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Left-hand hitter waits. That misses the zone, and it's 2-0. Just a weak fly ball this time. Polanco makes the grab, and that's the inning. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. And now the Twins will go to work on offense. We've got no score. Back here at the ballpark, and our pitcher in this game, Shohei Ohtani.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, you know, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking 2 planes, horizontal and vertical.
Jorge Polanco, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. And the 1-0. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. The pitch. And downstairs. Righty to the plate. Now fly ball to right center. Outman settles under this one. And there's one away. And now we take a peek at the Twins lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Carlos Correa swings through it for strike one. That clips the corner. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Slider got him for strike three.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. Even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Here's Byron Buxton. This guy with light tower power. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
In the dirt, Smith gathers, throws. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. End of one, and we're still scoreless. All set for the start of the inning. The batter now will be Will Smith. Man at second, nobody out. And Chris, certainly one of the things in his head is trying to get the runner over.
Yeah, the way that we see the game played today, though, guys are not sacrificing as much just to get that runner across. They're really looking at doing damage. Slugging is the name of the game.
The 1-0. Gary Simmons has the plate duty in this one.
Well, with Simmons, it's not always your standard strike zone, Boog. It kind of gives a little extra in some parts of the zone and then can be tighter in others. But I think the important thing is he doesn't get labeled as inconsistent. So you got to stay ready up there.
And now 2-1. Yeah, one of those umpires, you just have to know what to expect, right?
Exactly.
Swing and a miss. And now 2-2. Hard hit, could be extra bases. Heading for the plate. He scores on the board first. It's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Max Muncy at the dish. And that one pulled foul. Smith at second with nobody out. Down and in, moved his feet. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. And that's down and away. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Sets him down on strikes. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Gavin Lux in the box now. No balls and a strike. Runner at second here, one gone. Check swing, didn't go. And it's 1-1. On the ground to the left. Knocks it down.
I love that swing, and I'm sure his hitting coach does even more. Took a pitch right on the low outside corner of the zone and just ripped it for a base hit. And that's easier said than done.
And here's the rookie center fielder, James Outman. There's the strike. And the righty deals. Sliced hard but foul. Here's the 0-2.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Next pitch misses. Ball 2.
It's a good take.
That one misses. Ball 3. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Pretty much did the opposite of what you want to do with the pitch on the outside part of the plate like that. Just rolled over, but good hustle down the line and got the infield knock. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
So the bases are loaded here. 1 man gone. Here's the left fielder, Chris Taylor. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Yo 1. And there's the strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
The 0-2. Base hit right field. 1 runs in. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score. It's 3-zip.
Well, a huge 2 RBI swing of the bat right there. Not a bad slider by any means. It was down and away, but an even better job to spoil that thing. And he let it travel, didn't try to hook it. Man, that's a really good approach.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Slapped foul. Runners are at the corners. 1 away. Splits the plate, and that is strike 2.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
That takes low for ball 1. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Two on, one out. On the ground, right side, base hit, and a run in to score. The throw to third, the tag out. But one run is in to score.
That's heads-up play right there. The outfielder, knowing he has no shot at the runner at home, so comes up trying to cut that runner off at third and does a really nice job. Got to appreciate that.
On the mound now for the Twins, Caleb Thielbar.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish, and he's already singled in this game. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Kicks and fires. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 1-1. Slider misses outside. The count 2-1, and that's outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Two outs, and it's fouled away.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Three balls, two strikes the count. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. At the belt and fires. Hard ground ball, base knock. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Betts in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Movement in the bullpen. Number 61 getting loose out there. Alcala getting loose as well. Next offering is in for a strike. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Next pitch misses outside. 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Next one is off the plate. And the count is 3-1. Freddie Freeman waiting to bat for the Dodgers. The pitch. And they're all loaded up.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Base is full, 2 gone. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Flied out his first time. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. And he pumps it a strike. 1-1 is fouled off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. On the ground to short. Throws to first. And Freeman is retired. And that'll do it. So 9 batters come to the plate. 4 of them score. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Twins nothing. Welcome back. Bottom of the second. And here is Royce Lewis. Ohtani back to work. Singy Shohei Ohtani has been as advertised. Rookie of the Year in 18, MVP in 21. He has impacted the game in a major way. And then, of course, he was on the cover of MLB The Show in 2022.
Well, he's doing something that we've never seen done before, and just absolutely phenomenal that he can be that dominant on the mound and be one of the top hitters in the game. And just watching that, it's got to take your breath away a little bit if you're a manager or a teammate to see this actually happening before your eyes.
2-1 pitch is in there, and the count is even. That MVP I mentioned about Ohtani in 2021, he was actually a unanimous MVP, and the first unanimous AL MVP since Mike Trout in 2014. Other guys that have done that: Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, Frank Robinson. And a swing and a miss, and now just 2 outs away.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Oh, they got him leaning. He's out. Now batting Max Kepler. First offering, and it just misses. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Daniel Hudson getting ready to go. Vesia getting cranked up as well. The 1-1. Good eye in that spot. That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
2-2 now. Stays alive. Here's a 2-2. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
Well, you win this one 4-0, and it feels like you could have exploded for more offensively, but you also realize that at times it was hard to score. So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always feel good about a win like this.
A 4-0 shutout in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. For the victorious Dodgers, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Twins, no runs on no